Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, this is Rodney and I'm back. Girl, look at this little piece. Girl, let me fix her. Okay? She said, why is she doing this? You see this little piece right here? It won't do right. Okay. Girl, just go down. Okay. What's up, y'all? This is Rodney and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth. I don't know what's going on over there in the Simmons Lee, Aoki, Ming Lee, girl, Kimora. I don't know what's going on in Bali. I don't know. I do know that, girl, Miss Aoki, Aoki Lee is fed up, and she's telling the business. Girl, one thing I'm gonna give it to her, girl. Shout out to the diva. One thing Erica De Niro always say: when the kids, when the kids get of age, huh? Oh, they will speak. Okay, that's what's happened in the situation. In my honest opinion, I think that the kids are now of a particular age, and I think that they no longer can depend on their father for survival if they wanted to, because they say he broke. So I think that's part of the reason too. No tea, no shade to the kids, but it's kind of like, oh, you broke, and you got all this mouth, and the people say you out here stealing, and I'm not talking about stealing clothes from the store. The accusations and the allegations that surround you, sir, as kids, you really can't say a lot because, again, you depend on your parents for survival. So even if you feel like your parents are mistreating you, or they may not just be the best human beings, period, or you don't like the way they're treating other people, you really don't have a lot of room to kind of say anything because you need them for clothing, shelter, food. You see what I'm saying? But once you become of age and you like, yeah, I'm ready to talk. And I think that's what's going on over in that household. Girl, these are some of the text messages. Um, as you can see, Miss Aoki is posting the receipts. Girl, he really doesn't, from what I've seen, he really doesn't engage with her like that, which is sad. I'm out here praying for you and hoping everything goes well. And you call my mother a piece of. I be trying to tell y'all. Listen, I know everybody don't like their mama. Some of y'all hate y'all mamas and love y'all daddies. Okay, but I really do believe that when it comes to folks' mamas, girl, they don't play. And I got some for Miss Kimora too. I got some for Kimora too. Okay, but even if Kimora is a mess, the person who has raised those kids while girl Russell was stuffing his yoga bag and running to Bali to avoid those charges, girl, it's been Kimora Lee. So in my head, I'm thinking that they're thinking, Aoki is thinking, how dare you talk about my mother? How dare you come for my mother? My mother is who raised me. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're my father, but if we want to start peeling back the layers, you ain't been here. You ain't been here. So you can't talk about my mama. I can talk about my mama. You just can't. Hey! And then he put neutral my ASS. I don't even appear in your media, and your mother has stolen my money and the love of my kids as she promised. She as she promised she is. She actually is. I don't know what he meant by that. I'm just gonna go ahead and just give Kimora a little bit right now. Listen, Miss Kimora. It's a part of me that believes that you and that white man, you did something funny with Russell's money. I don't know if we've talked about this a few times. I can't remember the details, but we've discussed it. Her ex-husband, the white man, were they really married? I think that's her ex-husband, right? The one she got the baby by. Remember, he was into some fraudulent type of stuff. Like big stuff. And then Russell came out and said something about like Kimora and him allegedly like taking some of his money for like a bit. I forgot the details. So all I'm saying is Kimora, honey, you know, Russell ain't got two legs to stand on. But girl, I don't know if you do either when it comes down to him talking about you took some of his money. But then on the other hand, too, you know, Russell, honey, sometimes you gotta get. Sometimes what they say, what fuck it I need to say. Sometimes you gonna pay on the back end, or you gonna pay on the front end, but you gonna pay. And it sounds like if the word on the curb is true about what you've been doing out in these streets, or what you were doing out in these streets in the past with these women, stealing their. And girl, maybe this might be as the people say, girl. Maybe what they was telling, what y'all was telling, Azalea. I can't wait till you get your karma, girl. Maybe this is your karma, girl. Your bad karma. She also said, "I do my best. I did not side with anyone over any legal businesses. Over any legal business. He's been directly harmful to me. He tries to get at my mom by hurting us. Since I was 16, 17, he literally forced me into needing therapy, but said sorry, he doesn't have $100 a month to pay for a session." Can I say something also? We're just talking. This is what I think, and I think that some of us, and probably including myself, sometimes I don't know, but I'm probably sure I'm probably sure I've done it. You know how you meet someone and this person is extremely nice to you, and then you may hear a story or two about that person, and because how they treated you, you can't believe that they're that type of person, right? I think that's what's happening in the situation. I think that there are going to be people out there who don't believe Aoki, who thinks that she is just doing the most because of the way that Russell probably treated them, or the stories, the good stories that they have heard about Russell. Let me just say something, and this for everybody, me, you, your mama, and your cousin too. You can't tell nobody, especially a family member or a daughter, about her own goddamn daddy. You can't. I don't give a damn how well Russell was in business. That ain't got nothing to do with how he was at home, how he, girl, is in Bali. Girl, don't pay attention to my finger. I gotta polish my fingernails. Girl, that ain't got nothing to do with how he treats other people. Your experience with that person could have been great. But if Aoki is saying X, Y, and Z, I'm going to believe the daughter before I believe anybody else. So I think we need to get out of telling Aoki, not me. Now, this is for some of y'all. Girl, not y'all. I saw people online saying, you know, basically, you shouldn't be airing out family business. Girl, that's what's wrong with y'all niggas. Y'all are the niggas that sit around and let the grandfathers and the uncles and sometimes the aunties and cousins run around the family and violate kids, and don't nobody want to say nothing because you don't embarrass the family, and what goes in this household stays in this household. No. Air his ass out. If he has been abusing you, disrespecting you, Aoki, let the world know. Let the world know. Y'all be so y'all the whole. I'm thinking about getting my hair cut on the side. I got ADHD like a motherfucker. I was looking at my hair and I was like, I think I'm thinking about getting all this. I don't know, chef. The whole, don't say anything for the sake of the family's name and don't disrespect your father and that's your daddy and you don't disrespect your daddy, girl. Fuck the family. The family fucked my husband. Shout out to Terry. That's old school. If y'all don't know where that came from, I can't tell you. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at her for telling the tea. And because she was the closest to him, I would take her word over a lot of people. And you know what else too? Can we just be honest about it? Can you imagine? Can you imagine having to defend your father over SA allegations and accusations? Can you imagine? Can you imagine as a young woman, 15, 16, 17, 18 girl, now girl hearing, girl logging onto the World Wide Web, and girl, it's plastered all over, girl, your favorite blogs that your daddy was out here allegedly, girl, stealing coochie. Just taking people boochie cat. Can you imagine? And this whole time, what the diva call it, the rose-colored glasses. You done took them hoes off. Now you seeing this nigga for who he really is. These are some of the text messages. Dad, I stopped talking to you because you were giving me panic attacks to the point I was placed on emergency medication every time we spoke. I cannot have a relationship with you until that stops. No one stops me from talking to you. My health does. I have to put that first. Every time I spoke to you, you would yell and scream about a legal situation that I can't even respond to because I'm not involved. I am your child, not your lawyer, your ex-wife, any of it. I can do nothing, yet you yell at me like it's my fault. You were putting so much anger and rage on me every phone call, cursing, screaming, and God knows what else. Girl, Aoki said he was calling them all types of bitches. Can you imagine your daddy calling you a bitch? I'm sorry, but I cannot be the target of that. It's not fair. It got to the point I could not hear your voice without having an anxiety attack. You have to at least respect I'm putting my health and well-being first. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn. Let me say, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn who it is. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin. If you are dealing with someone and they don't mean you any good and they are causing more stress than happiness in your life, you have every right not to deal with them motherfuckers. And that's just on period. I don't care if they all family. I don't care if that is your daddy. I don't care if that is your mama. If your mama is a mess, you don't have to deal with her. Just in the name of that's your mama. If your daddy is a mess, you do not have to deal with him. In the name of that's your father. Girl, you around her being put on medication because you're that stressed out due to what your father is doing to you. But that is insane. I'm just not one to believe that just because people hold certain titles, that gives them the right to disrespect you, and that means that you have to stick around and deal with abuse because they just so happen to have the title father or mother or sister or brother or cousin. You don't have to deal with that. You damn sure ain't got to deal with it, girl. When you damn sure ain't got to deal with it when you grown. Again, when you're a child, there's only so much you can do because I don't want you living out on the streets, right? But the thing is, when people get of age and they start to leave the nest and they go into this big world and then they start to meet other people, right? And those people who have some good common sense, and they're letting these people know, girl, you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to deal with that. And then the phone calls go from once every day to once every week to once every 2 weeks to once every month to once every 3 months to I haven't talked to them in forever. Girl, because they're slowly but surely realizing that they don't have to deal with your fuck shit. And Aoki realized, I don't have to deal with that. 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 And I won't. You're a hot ass mess. You treat me like shit. You disrespect me. You disrespect the woman who is raising me. I don't have to deal with you. And your ass ain't got no money. Girl, get off my phone. Girl, you can't even get me an Uber. You can't even send me $100. Girl, get off my phone. That's why whenever let me tell y'all something. Whenever those calm kids start to speak, let them kids talk. They're not gonna say nothing no time soon because they're benefiting off of Puff Daddy's wealth, right? So they're not gonna say nothing no time soon. But once they start to speak about Puff Daddy and his ways, don't get on the internet talking about why y'all airing y'all daddy out. Because they're probably sick and tired of being sick and tired of his bullshit. Misa already cracked the door open. She cracked it open. Now she just gotta wait for the kids to kind of just bust it down. The kids always tell the truth. I can't wait to hear from I can't wait to hear what them babies got to say. What's the name? Monroe and Moroccan. I don't know them kids' names. Mariah Carey kids. I can't wait to hear what they got to say about that daddy of theirs. Yeah. They're gonna let us know. Girl, we saw that man once every 7 months. girl, and that was on FaceTime most of the time. Yeah. They're gonna let us know. Watch. How old them kids? How old is them babies? Hold up. Because, girl, hopefully I ain't too old and I'm still on the internet being messy so we can talk about it. Hold on. Let's see how old the kids are. I'm hoping they got to be at least teenagers by now, right? Or at least 10. Hold up. Mariah Carey kids. No, girl. Oh, girl, I cannot even spell. How old are those kids? Let's see. Mariah Carey kids. Also, they're 12. Yup, they're 12. Oh, we ain't got too long. We ain't got too long. I'll still be down here. Yeah, we ain't got too long. So they 12. Okay. Okay, so they're 12. Okay. I'll give them about 12. I'll give them about 8 years before they start telling tea. Yeah. I'm gonna give about 8. About 8, yeah. Before they start telling the tea. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and play. I'm gonna play the clip from Miss Aoki. Is it Aoki? Because I don't call her Aoki and I think it's Aoki. I'm gonna play the clip from Miss Aoki. I'm also gonna play the clip from Kimora, what Kimora had to say. And y'all also don't forget. I'm gonna put those clips at the end of this video. Also, don't forget that y'all know Russell. Girl, we can't leave this out. Y'all know Russell was with Kimora when Kimora was a teenager. Y'all do know that, right? He just waited until she was legal so his black ass wouldn't go to jail. I think she was 17, 16, I think, when they met, but I think 18 or 17 when they made it official. So please don't act like Russell. Just because he over there doing, just because he's sitting Indian style most of the day, that don't mean a goddamn thing. Oh, I'm also gonna play a video at the end of Russell going off, okay? But she muted it. I need all listen, girl, hold up. I'm going to play this video right now, and then I want y'all to tell me, for the nosy, the real nosy hoes, okay? The ones who really can read lips, tell me what he's saying. Because I don't know how to, I can't really read lips like that. But if you tell me that he says something, then I could try and see what, you see what I'm saying? Like, okay, girl, I can see where he said this, okay? Let me play this clip. Girl, what was Russell saying? What was Russell saying? What was he saying, y'all? Let me tell you something, Aoki. If you gonna do it, do it. Don't be pussyfooting with us. If you gonna release it, release it. Girl, let me get into your ass just a little bit. You young, I get it. But girl, if you gonna release some shit, release the shit. We don't have time to be sitting here trying to figure out what your daddy just said because you want to mute it. No, unmute it and let us hear what he's saying. You want to mute him hollering and screaming. No, we want to hear. We want to hear what he's saying. Shit. Anyways, I'm gonna play the again. I'm gonna play the clips of Aoki and Kimora Lee at the end, so y'all can hear what they had to say. Kimora Lee said she got receipts and she like baking a cake. And girl, Kimora said, "Girl, leave us alone. Girl, you a mess. You been a mess. You gonna forever be a mess. We been cool up until a couple of years ago. I want to know what happened to Russell's money." Because I don't think Kimora and them stole all that money. Do I think she probably stole a couple of dollars? I can see it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I can see it. Kimora said, "You took my youth. I'm gonna take your money." That's what somebody said in the comment section. I'm with it. Why does this kept? You took my youth. I'm taking your money. Hello, hey, girl. I was 17 years old, letting some old ass man crawl on top of me. Oh! And girl, Quad has kept Kimora Lee, your daddy and mama, y'all ain't about shit either. I forgot about that. I forgot about them because from what they say, Russell said that he went to the mama and the daddy, I think, or the mother, the guardians, whoever was Kimora's guardians at the time. He went to them and basically they gave him his blessing. Y'all ain't shit either. Then pimped your daughter out to the highest bidder. Then had your 17-year-old, 18-year-old daughter, teenage daughter over there sleeping with a grown-ass, nasty-ass, filthy-ass man. Anyways. Oh, and Miss Ming Lee, Miss Ming, she wished Kimora a happy Father's Day, and she tagged Kimora. Oh, girl, they over Russell. Russell, they over you. Girl, can you imagine, girl, your Father's Day present where your children outing you to the world and letting them know how much of a mess you are and how much they just realize you are a mess? Because this whole time they looked at you as, that's daddy. I'm a princess, he's the king, right? You know that, so my daddy is the world. And now they starting to realize you probably been out here in these streets causing chaos and confusion, and you one of the biggest thieves around. I'm just saying.